Hey guys, and welcome back to this place. If you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are delving straight into Season 2, Episode 17 of Battlestar Galactica. I am very excited because for some reason, even though it's actually been the exact same amount of time it usually is, it feels like I have not watched Battlestar in so long. And I don't know if that's because I've been binging True Blood in my personal time, if it's because I got like a little bit sick right after I filmed the last episode, or if it's because the past 3 episodes have sort of been capsule episodes in a way, right? Like they haven't really advanced the overarching plot at all. So they're just little snippet moments, and except for the last one, they haven't really been my favorite. So I don't know if that has to do with it, but I am excited because the way we ended the last episode, I felt like we were like back on track for more Battlestar that I'm really going to enjoy. I'm a little bit nervous because we are very, very close to the end of the season. So stuff is probably going to really ramp up from here. And maybe the reason they had those standalone episodes was like because they wanted to give us a chance to breathe before all of the like stuff happens, in which case like I don't know, I'm just a little nervous. Anyway, what happened in the last episode was, unfortunately, Billy was taken away from us by I can't remember her name, but she wanted Sharon, her and her friends, and they were willing to kill a bunch of people to sort of get what they wanted. And unfortunately, one of the people that died in the process was Billy. Anyway, that being said, I am going to miss Billy, and I'm going to temporarily stop talking so that we can watch this episode. Oh, the Pegasus training exercise.
And the Dreidus is barely working.
That's not good.
Distance between us and the fleet.
Uh-oh. I would not.
See if we can get a cleaner Dreidus picture.
I would not do that. I would not do that. You're gonna like trap yourself out there with a bunch of Cylons or something.
Are you ready to go into the belly of the beast? It's what they call the Pegasus now. Galactica's the bucket.
Weird.
Anyway, it's only a temporary assignment. I should be back again in a couple of weeks.
Will he?
Were you gonna mention these?
Oh yeah, got promoted to major.
Oh, dang.
I think it means a lot.
Oh, well, if you say so, then it must be true.
I have a feeling he's gonna be gone longer than a few weeks.
We looked inside and we saw that something was moving.
What?
Did you call it in?
Yeah, we shut the door and the Marines are on their way. Chief, we don't know what we're dealing with here. Don't you think we should wait?
Is it a Cylon? Is this gonna be a jump scare? I'm very easily scared. Oh, okay. It's not a jump scare. A hand. A kid. No. Not a kid.
Is this Galactica?
Yeah.
Are you Dr. Coddle?
Oh, okay. Did she sneak on there?
What was that?
We should call it in.
I'm gonna spin up the FTL drive just in case.
It's gonna be a Cylon.
Say again, Shark. Shark, repeat your last. Did you declare an emergency? Buster, Shark, do you read?
I can't get over it. I'm sorry. His hair is very Dumb and Dumber. Cylons, perhaps? You know, just a guess.
We have just lost contact with 2 of our Raptors out on a training mission.
Yep.
What? When did that happen?
Captain Thrace, perhaps if you were actually down on the flight deck and monitoring your Raptors the way any training officer worth a damn would have done, you would know that 4 of our pilots were missing.
Already disliking him.
We lose 2 Raptors in a training mission, and I only find out when the commander throws it in my face. Don't all speak at once.
Sir, it's been made clear that discussing flight deck situations with anyone outside Pegasus crew is not allowed.
whose frackin' bright idea was that?
Yeah.
It was Garner, wasn't it?
That's so fucking stupid. How can you get
So
mad at
barely
her?
competent and paranoid. There's a hell of a combination.
I've got a problem. That
Is
problem's
it-
name is Kara Thrace.
Are you sure it's not you? Are you sure you're not the problem?
And for the record, she is one hell of a Viper pilot.
What, I should cut her some slack because she's good in the cockpit? Is that what you're saying? Because nobody ever cut us any slack in the engine room.
All right.
No flying by the seat of our pants down there. The engine room is like a finely tuned watch, and everything in it needs to be monitored and maintained in a very precise fashion.
Do you want to go back there?
The truth is, I can't win.
Oh, interesting.
But you could.
You flatter me, Mr. Sarek, really. But I'm not sure I'm cut out for a life in politics, as I find the vice presidency and everything to do with it very tedious.
You'd be surprised how many people crave the assurances of cold science as opposed to the superstitious ravings of the Geminis. As a scientist, you offer hope.
Oh, so is this going to be science versus religion?
You'll just step aside.
He
I'm
wants
just happy to back a man
to
of
be
true
VP.
conviction. A man who remembers his friends.
Strings. Lots of strings.
We need to start thinking outside the box, which is supposed to be what you do best.
Sorry, Major.
I want to know everything there is to know about these missing Raptors and their crew.
Tensions there.
Raya's 4 months pregnant and doesn't want to be. I understand the Geminis have a problem with women terminating their pregnancies.
Tyrell said that she asked for you by name. Do you want to tell me what that's really all about?
I get a note that a girl is on the way. She arrives, I do my work, and she leaves. I don't ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
You're gonna start.
Why?
What, Doctor?
Why? Is it really your business what she chooses to do with her body?
I'm Admiral Adama.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what you say, I'm not going to change my mind.
Your parents are a little worried about you. They've contacted me through the Geminon representative.
Do you have any idea what they would do to me? Please, do not send me back.
Oh gosh. Are they like super religious? Is she in danger?
You're stowaway.
Some people might say she was a victim of political persecution. She could apply for asylum.
I'm with Coddle on this.
Asylum. That's it. I want asylum.
She picks up fast. Good girl. I mean, she shouldn't be forced.
The girl is still the property of her parents. I know you don't want to hear this. My people, my voters, are demanding action on this issue.
Abortion was legal under colonial law before the attacks, and so it is still legal today.
Thank you.
It's obscene.
No, it's not.
The scriptures view abortion as an abomination.
Doesn't matter what the scriptures think.
If you want our support in the coming election.
I don't know if they have separation of church and state in this world.
I'm not turning that girl over.
Good.
I'm certainly not banning abortion.
Good, good. Thank you. Thank you, Rosalind. Gosh. Is this going to be science versus religion again?
I hate to say this. The fact is that number doesn't go up very often.
Okay, and we're not going to force women to have babies. I don't give a shit if it's for the better, or like, whatever of humanity. Not betterment, but like propagation. Whatever the word is, like, so it keeps going. I can't think right now.
I fought for a woman's right to control her body my entire career.
Yeah, and you should keep fighting for it.
I'm just remembering what you said right after the silent attack.
Adama, you are losing me with this.
That if we really want to save the human race, we better start having babies.
Yes, babies that are wanted by women who want them, not women who are forced to have them. If humanity survives by forcing that, like, we don't fucking deserve it. Remember, Adama, your whole thing? Do we deserve to live? Not that way.
Eve, distress, bearing, wreck, shuns, emerge. What's this Eve fragment here? Eve, distress. Eve, distress.
Receive distress? Yeah, receive distress call.
Received?
That's what I guessed.
Received distress call.
Okay, from who?
I don't know, but maybe that's where they went to go find out.
What if it's Anders? Is that crazy? They've been talking about him a lot lately.
That's when you're not boozing or sowing mutiny amongst the crew.
Mutiny.
Don't you think I know what's happening on my own ship?
No. Not really.
Barely competent and paranoid.
That was off the record. I was just venting accurately.
I'll have you court-martialed.
For speaking her mind?
Captain Thrace, you're restricted to quarters. Till I can ship you back to Galactica. You're a Domless pet. Let him deal with you.
Will we ever have someone who leads the Pegasus that I can stand for longer than like 10 seconds? No? Okay, cool. Love to know it. Love to know.
All I have done since I got to the Beast is trying to help, and all I've gotten is Garner's foot in my ass.
Well, maybe you need a kick in the ass.
For what?
Finally, what is your problem anyway?
What's my problem?
I would love to know.
What's my problem?
Would love to know.
Well, Kara, my problem is you. You keep fracking up, and I keep having to clean it up, and I am officially sick of it.
Oh, maybe he's mad because she shot him.
You mean since I got shot?
No, that's what I'm talking about. You know it wasn't on purpose. She didn't try to shoot you. I mean, I guess you can be upset about it, but like...
You want to hear what I think happened to Buster or not?
I'm nearing the last coordinates where Raptors went missing.
You're about to go missing too.
Buster, is that you?
It's the distress call. Is he a ghost?
One of our search raptors just picked up a possible distress signal from near where Pegasus lost communications with Buster's ship.
It's a trap.
There's a theory that Buster himself might have jumped away to run down a phony distress call. It could be a trap.
Is this your theory, Major? This is Captain Thrace's theory, is it not?
So?
Can you give us a fix on where this distress signal is coming from?
Yes, sir.
And spin up the FTL drive and prepare to jump the ship.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, into a trap. Into a trap. You're going into a trap.
It's a trap!
This isn't just Captain Thrace's theory. I think this is a Cylon trap,
And I disagree. I'm going to get our men.
Are you stupid? Pegasus is over 3.
Cylons have been known to lure our ships into traps using fake distressed calls.
It's a scenario we don't think likely.
Major Adama, do you concur?
No, don't just go with him. Don't just go with him, Lee.
Captain Thrace and I are of the opinion that the first 2 raptors may very well have been lured away by...
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Lee.
We'll send a recon mission in full force.
You have your orders, Commander.
Yes.
Thank you, Major. I'm sure your expertise is needed elsewhere.
So if people don't agree with you, they're just wrong? This guy is bothering me.
If we continue on our present course, within the next 18 years, the human race will simply be extinct.
No. Well.
Since assuming the presidency, I've made it my mission to maintain the rights and freedoms we so enjoyed prior to the attack. One of these rights has now come into direct conflict with the survival of the species.
Then we don't survive.
The fact is that if this civilization is to survive, we must repopulate this fleet. Therefore, I'm issuing an executive order. From this day forward, anyone seeking to interfere with the birth of a child, whether it be the mother,
fuck you,
or a medical practitioner,
fuck you,
shall be subject to criminal penalty.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I completely disagree. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is too relevant right now. And also, it's fucking pissing me off. Women are half of humanity. Do we not deserve rights?
This is a rescue mission, Major.
Mad.
Whose authority? Mine. Bringing my pilots home.
You're a fucking idiot. Everybody's fucking idiot.
My pilots are dying down there, Major. I'm going in. I'm not waiting on recon.
You could get everybody killed.
Violation of the Admiral's orders. Making this an illegal action on
You
your
are
part,
relieved,
sir.
Sergeant of the Guard.
I am forced to
Sergeant
take
of the
command of
Guard.
this vessel
This man is in direct
under
disobedience
federal
of the order, and
regulations
I want
and
him
place
put
you
my
under
gun.
arrest.
Yes, do it. Do it.
Take him below.
Sergeant, the commander has been properly relieved. Escort him to his quarters.
This man is not a member of this crew, and you will obey a direct order that you have been given by me, and you will do it now.
Adama controls everything, or he's in charge of all of y'all. Fucking idiots on the Pegasus. I can't.
Major, you'll come with me.
Fuck you too. Just fuck everybody in this episode. Like, you're pissing me off. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying not to be too emotional, but like...
I show 2 Raptors. Transponder codes match. They're ours.
Mr. Hoshi,
you're...
tell the CAG to launch our recovery team, and let's bring our people home.
Nope, you're in a trap. You're in a trap. You're in a trap. You're fully in a trap.
Our 2 birds look intact.
Commander, we're unable to raise the Raptors.
And wireless.
Because it's a trap. They're dead.
Pegasus, both Raptor crews are dead.
They're all dead.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a trap, you fucking idiot. Oh, look, there's a giant Cylon ship. I am so shocked at this.
We're launching nukes! Brace for impact! FTL drive inoperative, sir. We're stuck here, sir.
How long for those drives to back up?
I don't know. They don't seem to understand. I need to go down there.
Honestly, he's probably better in engineering than he is here.
You have the con.
Well, yeah, literally give him a sinking fucking ship. Fire. Okay, good. Doing some offensive maneuvering.
Pressure's dropping. We got a hull breach in there somewhere. Well, we gotta get in there and open the auxiliary valve. We can't do that, sir. We have to. Sir, that breach could vent all our oxygen into space. We don't have a choice. Now open the hatch.
Hopefully he's not making another bad choice.
Now close this hatch behind me. We're losing air. Close the goddamn hatch. Close it.
He's probably gonna die, but maybe he'll save everybody else.
Spaceship's turning away. He's back and running, Major.
But the other 2 aren't.
Yeah.
I'm at the manifold. I'm gonna see if I can turn them.
Okay, green, that's good. You got 1. Oh, you got 2. How many more are there? 2 more?
Definitely air escaping. Your breach is behind that.
We're down to throwing rocks at the bastards.
Oh, God.
You gotta haul ass out of here now, sir.
They can't.
Come on, Garner.
Good job, good job. Oh, no. No. A little bit more. A little bit more. You gotta go a little bit more. A little bit more, Garner. There you go. There you go. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. Good job.
You got it. The Perch is coming back up. Now get the frack out of there. Come on.
I don't think he's gonna be able to.
Air's gone, Skipper. Get out of there. Skipper.
I think he's dead. Okay, that's sad, but
Okay, commence jump prep.
unfortunately, like, he was a cog in the machine that shouldn't have, you know, been put in charge.
Now get us out of here!
Jump!
You give Garner a lot of credit.
Well, it's all true. He gave his life to save the ship.
That is true.
What was Garner's flaw?
He was a cog in the machine that shouldn't have been in charge, in my opinion.
He was used to working with machines. Command is about people.
Remember that as you take command. The beast. Garner was my decision. His failures, my responsibility. Don't let me fail a second time.
Dang, he's putting him in charge of the Pegasus? You know, that's literally a...
Congratulations, Commander.
Everyone who's been in charge of the Pegasus has died. Are we forgetting that little tiny detail here? Not that I don't think Lee will do good. I'm just worried about his longevity with this new job.
Word has it that you do not intend to prosecute the Gemini's girl on Galactica.
What are you...
I think that Raya has suffered enough. She's just been through an abortion. I've granted her asylum aboard Galactica.
Good.
This is in total violation of the law.
My order came after she sought her procedure. No laws have been broken.
The girl belongs at home with her parents, I insist.
Well, you don't get to insist.
You have your pound of flesh, and I suggest you take your victory and you move on.
I'm glad that they still let her get the abortion, but like, what about all of the future women that are just like her, who deserve the right to choose what happens to their own fucking bodies?
Congratulations. Really. Congratulations.
Sincerity?
You deserve it.
Oh, what's this? What's this? That's a little intimate.
I know why I was mad at you, Kara. Because you were doing what you always did. Buck authority and get away with it. I bucked authority once. And I almost lost everything. So I guess when I showed up on Pegasus and there you were, doing it all over again, I don't know, pissed me off. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
You should hear the way my brain works sometimes.
This is lingering.
Are we okay?
You have a brain?
Mm-hmm. I don't want them to be separated.
It is true, in the light of recent events, the president may have lost support in some quarters. I would ask the people to understand that if this is an extreme decision, we live in extreme times. The decision has been made with good faith.
Doesn't make it okay.
I, however, cannot with good conscience support it.
Thank you, Gaius.
I'm so sorry, Madam President. The Cylon have no understanding of the meaning of the word freedom. Every time you take away one of our freedoms, every time we restrict or curtail one of our rights, we become one step closer to being like them. As the Vice President, I am bound to follow the administration's lead as President. I should have no such strictures.
He's got my vote.
To announce that I am, as of now, a candidate for the presidency.
Sorry, but I don't know if he would be a good president or not, but I agree with him in this situation. And I have disagreed with Rosalind quite a few times recently. The slow clap, though, I can't. Okay, wow. Okay, this episode flew by. This episode I thought was really good, albeit incredibly frustrating for me as a viewer. So when we had because I just want to dive straight in so I can get this topic over with. When we had the discussion a few episodes ago regarding Sharon and her baby and whether or not the president was going to force her to abort or not, I sort of wanted them to maybe go into more of the nuance of the discussion of abortion and how it should be a right. And I wondered if they would bring up religion and, you know, all of the different sort of talking points that follow abortion around. This episode did that, and it really, really frustrates me that Rosalind personally believes in a woman's right to choose and has fought for women to have the right to choose. Yeah. And politically goes against that because she's trying to quote unquote save humanity, right? Now, I don't know if this is going to be an unpopular opinion or not, but I said it during the episode. I said it in the episode regarding the farm as well, I think. If humanity dies, I don't know if I said it in that episode. I definitely talked to somebody about it, but my opinion, if humanity dies, dies out, whatever, because women have the right to choose whether or not to procreate, to reproduce, and they choose not to, then humanity dies. Like, maybe that's a radical opinion, I don't know, but if humanity survives by losing what it means to be human, then humanity has not actually survived. I don't want to harp on the subject too long. I feel like hopefully most people agree that women should be the only ones deciding what happens to our bodies. Like, when it comes to my body and if I want to or should carry a child, the only person who gets to make that choice is me. I don't think that's a radical thought, but perhaps it is. I will never not believe that women should have full bodily autonomy and control over what happens to us, and if and when we choose to reproduce or not. That's it. Also, to clarify, I'm not saying that there couldn't be a discussion around the nuances of this conversation. I'm not saying that a woman couldn't say, I do not personally want to raise a child, but I will give birth to a child, allow someone else to have it, raise it, to further humanity. I'm not saying there can't be like discussions regarding this. Like, I think that there could be a nuanced discussion, but that discussion should only happen if the woman or person who is able to reproduce, who does not identify as a woman, decides it. Yeah. To move on from that subject before I just get angry again, let's talk about another person that made me angry in this episode, Garner. So I feel a bit more differentiated regarding him now. He was really pissing me off in the episode, but looking back, you know, with all of this time that I've had to reflect, no, but I think that his problem was that he was a cog in the machine that shouldn't have been a leader and became a leader, right? Like, not everyone is set out to, or is made out to be a leader, right? Some people will not thrive in that environment, will not make the best choices. And I think that Garner is an example of that. He is a strict military man who, like Lee said, is used to dealing with machines, not people. He just didn't make the best choices when given the opportunity to, right? He literally defied Adama's orders because he couldn't listen to people, multiple people, not just Starbuck, but also Lee and Adama, that are telling him this is most likely a trap. I don't know why he couldn't listen to them. Like, I guess, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was pride. I don't know if it was just him not understanding combat and war and how to go about it. Like, I don't know what it was because we didn't know him for nearly long enough to try to like make that assessment. He did not like Starbuck because, again, I think he was a military man. This is what we know of him. He liked things to go in a certain order. Like, he talked about being in the engine room and like, if A doesn't happen, then B doesn't happen, then C doesn't happen. Like, everything has to go exactly like this. And Starbuck does not go exactly like this. Starbuck goes like all over the fucking place, right? Like, she thinks outside of the box. She defies. She talks shit. She's like not your like hard-nosed, straight-laced military person. Yeah. So he didn't like that. He, I think, just thought like there was a certain way that you had to do things, and he wanted things to be done that very specific way. And unfortunately, it didn't work that very specific way. It's just, he was wrong. And again, I think I would have to watch this episode another time, but I don't think that we really learned enough about him for me to figure out exactly why he refused to listen to multiple different people telling him. But I think that it also has to do with the Pegasus crew deciding amongst themselves that they're the Pegasus and this is the Galactica. And like, we don't listen to the Galactica, right? We make our own decisions, which again, you're doing very poorly. Like, every single commander that you've had is dead. You're 0 for 3 with commanders. Hopefully not 0 for 4, because now Lee is in charge. But do you think maybe you should listen to the Galactica? Like, you know, they've had the same commander this whole time. Just saying, you know? I want to talk about Gaius for a second, because here's the thing. I don't know if I think that Gaius would be like a good president or not. Like, I don't know. I think that he has the capacity to be a good president, but I also think that, you know, he's compromised and that much of the tedium of day-to-day presidential life and choices would bore the shit out of him. Yeah. And I think that, I don't know that he's cut out for it, right? That being said, he believes that women should have the right to choose. And in this case, if we're going like Gaius is science, Rosalind is religion, I'm choosing science. Like, I believe in science, you know? Okay, so I think the only people left that I need to talk about, or situations and people, are Starbuck and Lee and Dee. So first off, with Lee and Dee, like, I don't personally ship it. I don't personally have like any investment in that relationship working out or not working out. It's like, to me. So yeah. Of course, you guys know I'm a Starbuck and Lee shipper, so like, got my little goggles on. I really liked Starbuck and Lee's interactions in this episode. They were very combative, like Starbuck and Lee often are. But at the end, I thought it was really like sweet and intimate and gentle in a way that they often aren't with each other. And it was nice to see the sort of genuine connection there between them. It was interesting to see that the reason that Lee was upset is because Starbuck is always like, you know, all over the place, like I was saying. Like, she's going rogue all the fucking time. And he's like, I went like the tiniest bit rogue once and everything almost got destroyed. Like, how come you just get to like go rogue all the fucking time? Which I think is fair. A little bit of jealousy, a little bit of like anger, upset. He almost died multiple times actually in the past few episodes. So I think he's entitled to feel upset. And I think that he is still reeling, like they all are, from being in survival mode and then trying to figure out like where the fuck they go from here. And he's now going to another ship, saying goodbye to the people he's made connections with. Obviously not forever. Like, he can easily go and see them, I assume. But, you know, unless something really fucked up happens. But it still would be like quite a change, right? And so I liked their sort of like goodbye moment a little bit, and just the vulnerability that they have with each other. I think it is really what sets their connection apart for me personally. I think that Starbuck can be vulnerable with Lee in a way that she can't really be with anyone else, and vice versa. And yeah, I like it. Also, just to prove that I'm constantly wrong in this show, it was not Anders. It was a fake distress call. And I did figure it out eventually, but probably much later than everyone else did. So anyway, I think that that's all that I have to ramble on about. I really, really enjoyed this episode, despite the fact that it made me very angry. I think it was well done, and it is a realistic sort of... All right, sorry guys. I took a quick little break, ran downstairs because there was like I don't know if you could hear it on the video, but there was like barking, and it sounded like pained barking, like the dog across the street was hurt or something. But I went to check and I didn't see anything. So anyway, that is all for this episode. I'm quite distracted now because I hope that the dog across the street is okay. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. You can also watch the next episode right now over on Patreon if you're watching this on YouTube, if it ever makes it up to YouTube, because YouTube really fucking hates me this season. Anyway, there's also my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every single episode thus far of Battlestar Galactica, including the miniseries, over on Patreon as well. So check that out if you want. And I hope to see you guys next week for more Battlestar. Until then, bye guys!